is 7:30, time to call the regular meeting of the Washington Courthouse City Council to order. We will begin with the invocation by Mr. Lynch, and we have some gentlemen that are going to lead us in the pledge.
Let's pray. Dear God, you give us so many blessings, but tonight we ask that you give us the strength of Samson to get through all the problems and situations that come up for the city. We ask that you give us the wisdom of Solomon to make decisions that are good for everyone. But most of all, God, we ask that you give us the patience, the caring, the love of Jesus, because when all is said and done, that is what will help us to be the best servants to the people of Washington Courthouse. Again, God, you give us all the blessings, and we thank you for that. We thank you for this opportunity to serve, and God, we just pray that we do it in a way that would be pleasing to you. Pray all these things in the name of your Son. Amen.
Amen.
Ready? Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us say the Pledge of Allegiance. Present arms. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready? We read the proclamation at this point.
A resolution accepting the designation of Purple Heart City, declaring May 12, 2021 as Purple Heart Day, as a tribute to the service and sacrifice of all veterans. Whereas, chartered by an act of Congress in 1958 for combat wounded veterans, the Military Order of the Purple Heart is composed of military men and women who receive the Purple Heart Medal, which is awarded in the name of the President of the United States to members of the armed forces wounded in combat with an enemy force, and posthumously to the next of kin of members of the armed forces killed in combat. And whereas the Military Order of the Purple Heart organization was formed in 1932 for the protection and mutual interest of all who have received the combat decoration, is composed exclusively of Purple Heart recipients, and is the only congressionally chartered veteran service organization comprised strictly of combat veterans. And whereas the Order of the Purple Heart for military merit, established by General George Washington during the Revolutionary War at Newburgh, New York on August 7, 1782, is the oldest military decoration in the world in present use. And whereas, in recognition of this date and the estimated 1.7 million veterans since World War I who have been awarded this Medal of Honor, the Chairman and Council of the City of Washington Courthouse desire to be among the first and many to become a Purple Heart City, and to declare May 12, 2021 as Purple Heart Day as a tribute to the service and sacrifices of all veterans, and especially the valor of the extraordinary men and women who have earned the Purple Heart. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of Washington Courthouse, State of Ohio, that the Council of the City of Washington Courthouse does hereby accept the designation of Purple Heart City, and confirms the city's commitment to honor those who serve and have served so faithfully in defense of our freedoms as Americans, and gratefully acknowledge their sacrifice, bravery, and unwavering commitment as patriots. Section 2, the City Council of the City of Washington Courthouse pertains to 12th day of May 2021 as Purple Heart Day. Section 3, that this resolution shall take effect at the earliest date permitted by law.
Thank you, Mr. Denham.
Mr. Chairman, we have a plaque for the city.
You want me down there, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Face back. To proud of the city for having done this. We've been in discussion several weeks. Last fall is when we first started this gig, and thanks for COVID to making this linger. Because we're all thrilled, I'm sure, but in spite of that, we're proud to give you the plaque on behalf of the Military Order of the Purple Heart. And sir, come forward, if you would, just, you can smile, smiling is optional.
I'm afraid to break the can. They make it look fat and bald anyway.
Military Order of the Purple Heart Special Recognition Award is bestowed with pride to the City of Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Your dedication and support of honoring America's combat wounded veterans becoming a Purple Heart City. Presented by the Patriot members of the Department of Ohio, Military Order of the Purple Heart, USA.
Okay. Count of three, have a glare. Did you have a glare? Okay. Count of three. Does other members of council, would they like to get behind these gentlemen?
Come
To
up
have
here,
you a part of
Stephen,
this?
Ted. Sure.
Please, city manager,
Sure.
please.
Come on, Jim.
Make sure I get everybody's. Miss Kendra, I need you to move that just a little bit, so I can see it. And Ted, this way just a little bit, please. Okay, ready? And at the count of three. 1, 2, 3, and one more. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. We can blame it on COVID, can't we?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You too, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Please issue the plans at this point.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Maybe it's good it came near Memorial Day.
I think it is. I think it is.
I think that's a good thing.
And then people will think of it. It'll be. No, still like candy. The pink is my favorite. I can. Nobody else can. I'm the only girl, so I can have the pink.
Yeah, by the way, I just had, retired.
Nice and heavy.
Yes, it is.
Cool. Jen, I'm doing good.
Gentlemen, recover.
Very nice.
Well, you need a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Okay. Present arms. Ready, who? This concludes our ceremony.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, very impressive, very nice.
That was very nice.
What are we doing, Kelly, roll call? Okay, suits me. Here.
Hernandez.
Here.
Johnson. Lynch.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Blair.
Here.
Chrisman.
Here.
I'll make a motion to excuse Mr. Johnson.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Hall.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes. Next, the approval of the minutes of the regular council meeting held April 28, 2021. Any questions, comments, or motion?
I didn't see any problems. I'll make a motion, Mr. Chrisman.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Hall.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes. Moving into the business session, Mr. Denon, communications.
Would like to, oh, none. I said I'd give
I
my
was like,
report.
I
You
thought,
said my name, and I just went into.
I thought, we
I'm
have-
gonna give my
Long
report.
evening already.
I know, I was
I
thinking.
thought Hayes gonna have communications for
You want it earlier?
Okay, reports of
Called
council.
missing your cue.
You've been watching me too long. Let's see here. Both of them can. How about the blue one?
There we go.
The Economic Strategy and Cooperation Meeting minutes.
Okay. The Economic Strategies and Cooperation Committee met in the City Council chambers of 105 North Main Street on Monday, April 28, 2021 at 10 a.m. I presided, and those in attendance were Mr. Dale Lynch, council member, Mr. Jim Blair, council member, Mr. Ted Hawk, council member, Mr. Caleb Johnson, council member, Mr. Steve Schultz, council member, Mr. Jim Chrisman, council chairperson, Mrs. Chelsea Baker, economic development director, Mr. Mark Pitstick, city attorney, and Mr. Joseph Denon, city manager. Number 1, the committee reviewed progress with industrial development. Number 2, the committee noted the status of various development projects within the community and downtown area. Number 3, the committee noted issues with workforce. The administration advised the committee of their excitement of an upcoming virtual job fair. Number 4, the administration advised the committee that multiple projects were progressing. Number 5, the committee noted projects were progressing in business growth in the downtown area. Respectfully submitted, myself, chairperson, and Ms. Kelly Ford, recording secretary.
I don't think it took place at 10 a.m., but
Oh, it didn't.
No, it did not.
It happened at 5 p.m.
5
There.
p.m.
When at 5 p.m.?
That would be the only change. Once we make that change, we will, I'll move to accept the minutes as read.
Second that, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Hawk,
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch,
yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes. Mr. Lynch.
All right.
Personnel.
Finance and Personnel Committee met in the City Council chambers at 105 North Main Street on Wednesday, April 28, 2021, not at 10 a.m. I presided, and those in attendance were Mr. Steve Schultz, council member, Mr. Jim Blair, council member, Mr. Ted Hawk, council member, Ms. Kendra Hernandez, a council member, Mr. Caleb Johnson, council member, Mr. Jim Chrisman, council chairperson, Mr. Joseph Denon, city manager, Mr. Mark Pitstick, city attorney. The committee benefited from a review of statement of cash for the month ending in March. The committee benefited from review of the investments of the City of Washington Courthouse. The committee benefited from a review of personnel issues. The committee benefited from a Zoom meeting with 2 firms that offer various human resource services. And the committee noted the recommendation of the Ohio Rail Development Authority regarding Veterans Way. The committee recommended a one-way option to be explored. Respectfully submitted by myself and Kelly Ford, recording secretary.
Thank you. Any questions on this report?
I think that we need to reverse the times. That was, the first one was 6, this is 5.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We reversed them for that conference.
That's true.
So with that change, I move that we accept these minutes.
Second that.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Hawk,
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes. Reports of city officials, Mr. Denon.
Thank you. With great enthusiasm. I will talk about what I tried to talk about a couple minutes ago. It's a considerable pleasure to note seniors of Washington City Schools that were recently recognized by the local Rotary Club. Outstanding athlete, Emily Semler. Service above self, Madison Gilmore. Outstanding scholars, Hayden Brown, Riley Downing, Preston Hines, Annalise Mitson, Ashlyn Seveno, and Morgan Williams. These young people are exceptional examples of academic accomplishment, athletic skill, and a realization of the innate value of adopting in your life a community-minded spirit. I want to thank the Washington Rotary Club, which is coming up on an anniversary here, and Washington City Schools for their work recognizing the accomplishment of young people in our community. The schools and the Rotary Club work together to be able to recognize young people in the community as they are approaching graduation, and it is a considerable pleasure, and it's a pleasure to be able to point it out to you folks this evening. Now we get to talk about another exciting topic, your utility bill. You know, right now everybody's familiar with the little postcards again, okay? Because there's issues with the delivery of those. They tend to get stuck in magazines and they're easy to misplace. In June, we're going to go to a regular sized piece of paper. You'll get it in a regular envelope, and it'll have a return address envelope in it if you want to pay by check, but you can still pay all the ways that you're accustomed to. None of that changes. You can still do everything you're accustomed to if you choose to pay that way. If you want to come in and see us, we love that. Everything works the same way. The only thing that's changing, instead of that little postcard that's easy to misplace, you're going to get a regular sized piece of paper. Come folded up like any letter always does, and that will make it a lot easier for folks. We think it'll be easier to keep track of. There's simply more space, so we can give you a whole lot more information than in the past. And cost-wise, it works out ironically to be about the same for us, with some changes to the way that we do some things. So we're very happy to be rolling that out in June, and we'll do a press release and put some information in the newspaper, and we'll put it on the website so that people don't hopefully get confused when they don't see that postcard and they get a regular letter from us, okay? The wastewater project is proceeding well. We have run into some material availability issues related to COVID, and ironically, that weather in Texas. That has caused some little quirky things, but we have been able to work through those. This evening we had a wonderful ceremony, and I would like to thank the members of the Military Order of the Purple Heart for sharing today with us, an exceptional group of gentlemen that it has been a pleasure to get to know. Frequently, the price of national destiny is shouldered by a precious few individuals, usually in their youth. I thank the many men and women who have served our country. I pray that God grant us that our future responsibility of preserving our republic cost us less blood, toil, and tears. And that concludes my report for this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Any questions or anything from Mr. Denham?
I just one question or just a comment vaguely. On the back of this new bill, I noticed there's a whole list of phone numbers and everything that
Yeah.
people have. That's very good.
Uh-huh.
Everything, service department, police department, fire department, emergencies.
Well, I got more space to put stuff on.
I like that.
Mhm.
That's very nice on the back of it, so thank you.
What anniversary is coming up for Rotary?
The Rotary Club in Washington Courthouse, as I recall, started in 1921.
Wow, that's a long time.
That's a very long time.
And I know over the years, besides recognizing these young people, they have seniors at their different meetings,
Mhm.
Miami Trace and Washington, which I've always thought was a excellent idea because you get to see some of the best young people in the county. I've had 4 of these 8 that you recognized, and they are all exceptional people. I really wish COVID hadn't kept us from me having students in here this year to council meetings, because you would have gotten to see some other outstanding young people. But anyway, I congratulate Rotary Club on that long existence and what they do in all parts of the community, but especially, obviously, I'm interested in what they do for young people.
I know, I enjoy the program a lot. It's good for the club. I enjoy the way I get to interact with that particular Rotary Club program. And I can't stress enough how the staff of Miami Trace and Washington City Schools both help out the club in recognizing young students with that particular program. And I talked about it before, that the club also awards 2 scholarships. And we're very proud of that. And you know, over the years, the Rotary Club in Washington Courthouse has done a great amount of good, and we can intend to continue doing that.
And I also am very appreciative of the group that was here, the Purple Heart Group.
Yes.
And they gave all of the council members a nice medal. And they are certainly people that need to be recognized. And again, maybe it was appropriate that it's close to Memorial Day
Yes.
when we finally got that
That's a
done.
good point, yeah. That's a good
But
point.
anyway, even their outfits are really impressive. I was very impressed with that group, so
They're
thank
an
you.
incredibly nice group of people.
Joe,
Yes, sir.
jumping back to the new water bill, I don't know whether we've mentioned it to council or not, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, we have the option of adding a piece of paper with a message on it to this, do we not?
Yes, you
Or on
could.
this piece of paper, maybe that's the way.
Yeah. Well, no, in addition to this piece of paper, periodically, if we had like a flyer for, I don't know, something like the Skirka Festival, you could have them add that to the mailing.
Oh,
Is
with
there
the bill.
additional cost for that?
If we do, yes, there is an additional cost for that. You pay for the printing, but you don't pay anything more for the stuffing and mailing.
Okay, so that'd be reasonable,
Mm-hmm.
very good. I didn't know whether we'd told council or not, I know I had heard it, but I didn't know whether we told them or not.
Yeah, you'd have the cost of the paper and printing, but you don't have any additional cost in the
Okay,
delivery option.
very good. Anything else for Mr. Denton?
And you got more room on the front. See, right here, you'll
Yeah, I
be able
said
to have
that.
30 characters, 80 lines of information there that you can change. Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot, appreciate it. Director of Finance, I haven't seen him tonight, he must be hiding or not here, I guess, we'll pass him. Mr. City Attorney, Mr. Pitstick,
I have no report tonight, Mr. Chairman.
thank you. No local residents and taxpayers, other than that. Legislation previously introduced, A, ordinance number 6, 2021, second reading.
I move we place ordinance number 6, 2021 on second reading.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes.
Ordinance number 6-2021, an ordinance to prohibit unsubscribed or unsolicited handbills or literature to unwilling recipients.
Thank you. B, resolution number R 44-2020, second reading. Our first order of business on this one, Mr. Denton can correct me if I'm wrong, we have to amend it to change the date from October 14th, 2020 to May 12th, 2021.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you. So we need a motion and a second on that.
I'll make the motion to amend the date from October 14th to May 12th.
A second that?
Thank you. I would assume there'd be no discussion, but I'll open it up if anyone wants to say anything. Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes.
I'll make a motion now to accept it with the amendment.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes.
Resolution number R 2020, a resolution accepting the designation of Purple Heart City, declaring the amendment, May 12th, 2021, as Purple Heart Day, as a tribute to the service and sacrifice of all veterans.
Thank you.
I'll move for adoption.
Yes, I will second that.
Thank you. Roll call.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes. resolution number R 15/2021, second reading.
I'll make a motion that we put resolution number R 15/2021 on second reading.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Christman.
Yes.
Resolution number R 15/2021, a resolution authorizing Joseph J. Denon, city manager of the city of Washington courthouse, to enter into lease agreement with ComNet Solutions LLC for the purchase of phone equipment and necessary devices.
Move for adoption?
I'll
Second.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
And Christman.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. New legislation in writing, none. We'll pass that. Miscellaneous, I normally would start with Caleb, but we'll pass him too. Mr. Hawk.
Well, I'm really liking the weather we're getting.
It's not time in.
Too hot, not too cold, sun's shining, and, it's good to be alive. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Shelby.
I would like to think, we had a few issues in the city, I think with some residents and things, and I'd like to thank Chris Richardson for his help, on a few issues, and of course the health department helped us out too on a couple of issues we had, and our city manager, Joe Denon, we had another little issue in a whole different part of town, and it was resolved very, very well, and all concerns were taken care of, and so these things were taken care of. We had some citizens give me a call, and things within 1 or 2 days was all cleared up, and by the way, I got a phone call from 2 or 3 different citizens thanking us for what we did.
Good.
And I said, I told him about these folks, the one that did it. I said, I was just a messenger, so. But I'd like to thank all those folks for helping us out with the issues we had. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Blair.
I'm not one to believe in coincidences, however, Mr. Lynch's prayer ties right in with the message I have for tonight. I have been studying the book of Proverbs, and Proverbs 11:11 says this: upright citizens bless a city and make it prosper, but the talk of the wicked tears it apart. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Lynch.
Gee, Mr. Blair kinda goes along with my saying. It's so easy for all of us to more or less justify our own inefficiencies by criticizing others. I think that's something we could all improve on, from the city to the state and especially to our national government. And that's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Very well said. Ms. Hernandez.
Just, I enjoyed the Purple Heart ceremony, so that would, I'm excited that it's in May. I think it's easier for me to remember, so hopefully other folks too. Because we're all now looking toward Memorial Day.
Yep.
That's it, thank you.
Good point.
Thank you.
Very good point.
I don't have much to say. I'm glad those gentlemen finally we were able to have them here. It's very nice. And those are sharp jackets. I like them better than those green ones. Those golf
Ties and all, they were sharp.
Yes, very nice, and they did a nice job. And they're from what, Northern Ohio, Joe?
Yeah, most of them.
Mostly, I think. And thank everyone else for coming. Of course, no citizens. Thank all the city employees. They do a great job. That's about all I have. How about a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Hawk.
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.